I like to joke that I'm a recovering perfectionist. I, like no other, can obsess over every single client email, every social media post, every little decision. But lately, I have found ways to use AI to help me stop that overthinking. And I find that I'm getting more done in less time. Let me take you behind the scenes of how I'm not using AI to do everything, but to do more of what matters better. Welcome to the Establish Yourself podcast, the show that helps coaches and consultants get clear on how to talk about what you do, simplify your offers, and have more fun in your business and beyond. I'm Annie Franceschi, brand strategist, author, former Disney storyteller, and forever Muppet fan. I'm here to help you clarify your message, package your expertise, and streamline your systems to grow a business you actually enjoy. If you're ready for less confusion and more magic, it's time to establish yourself. Welcome back. This is the second episode in our Greatness Not Perfection series. This series is all about what it looks like to run a great business without running yourself into the ground. We're talking about how to take smart, messy action without requiring perfection. Last week was about shifting your mindset to keep moving even when things aren't perfect. This week is about the practical tools I actually use to do that. Today, I want to take you inside one of the most unexpected tools that's been helping me let go of perfectionism: AI. Now, I know everyone's talking about AI, good, bad, and ugly, but this is not an episode that's going to require you to become a tech expert. It's really for you if you are a big overthinker like I tend to be. And in fact, I really haven't dedicated any episodes of the show so far to AI, but this is a tool that I have been using for almost 2 years now. I use ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini, and I even know how to build custom GPTs or bots. What I wanted to share with you today is how I have figured out some ways to use these tools to overcome my natural instincts. One of my instincts is to be a people pleaser. Another is to say, no problem, even when I have a boundary I care a lot about. I think so much of what drains us as business owners isn't the actual work. It's that mental gymnastics around how to start, how to say things, how to be received in the ways we want to be heard and seen. And unexpectedly for me, AI has actually become one of my favorite ways to cut through that clutter. So, whether you're curious about AI or skeptical of it, stay with me. When used well, AI can be a really excellent tool to grow a business with great boundaries that lets you have fun and work mostly with your favorite clients. It's helping me take more action more quickly without overthinking it, protect myself, and maintain the values that make my business great, not just for my clients, but also for me. So today I'm going to share with you 5 unexpected but powerful ways that I am using AI to stop overthinking and take more action. Each one has a clear method you can try this week. Strategy number 1, I call this the spaghetti thoughts method. I love pasta. Have you picked up on that yet? Here's what spaghetti thoughts are. It's when you dump all your messy, unorganized thinking into an AI tool without worrying about having the perfect prompt or writing things exactly the right way. I know there's a lot of pressure around using AI tools like ChatGPT to put in this amazing prompt to get exactly what you want out of it. What has helped me learn a tool like ChatGPT is the spaghetti thoughts method. Here is how it works. I have ChatGPT as an app on my phone. And when I'm stuck on something, I just start talking. I turn on my voice dictation and I treat it like journaling, but with a smart assistant listening. A really good example is literally this episode. Yesterday, I was at lunch. I opened my phone into ChatGPT and I said, yeah, I think I want to do an episode all about how I'm using AI to stop being such a perfectionist. And then I just went blah, 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 blah. Oh, and don't forget to include this. And I should make this point. And what about this example? And I just talked through my ideas. Then I'll go into a tool like ChatGPT and ask it to make an outline for me, to take my original podcast template and then clearly organize based on what I said, to put my ideas and examples in order, to help it all work together and add things in my natural voice and phrasing. I have built a bot that helps me do that, but you can even try this. If you've been wanting to try using these tools, Spaghetti Thoughts is a really good way to get started. Spaghetti Thoughts give me permission to process out loud. I don't have the pressure to write things down. This does not have to be tidy. It just needs to be authentic to you. AI is helping me make use of these things because I simply tell it what I'm thinking and say, help me organize this. The key here is to treat AI like a smart assistant. You might want to say, as you're entering your spaghetti thoughts, something like, hey, act as a podcast producer. Help me make sense of this. Here is the outline I'm trying to create. Please maintain my natural phrasing as much as possible. You really learn by doing with these tools. And I think this is such a fun, unexpected way to do it. It's my favorite way to teach people who are new, which is don't worry about having it all together. Talk it out. Strategy number 2, the boundary script method. This is for when you need to hold firm boundaries when you're facing a challenging client situation, but your people pleaser instincts are screaming at you to just say yes. Here's a concrete example of how this saved me just a few months ago. I had someone who had signed up and paid for a program. They came to the first meeting. They said they became busy with work. And then months later, they asked for a refund. It was clearly against the program's policies. But in the past, I would have felt so much pressure to please this person, and I wouldn't know what to say to hold that boundary. The person was not listening to what I had to share, and legally, they were not entitled to a refund. So here's the method that I practiced and that you could use. I anonymously put the emails and the situation into ChatGPT, and then I asked it for suggestions of how to reply, ways that are warm and compassionate, but would still allow me to hold the boundary. I wanted to hold the boundary, but I didn't want to be a jerk in doing it. So AI helped me articulate my boundaries and communicate them in ways I wouldn't have been able to do without these tools. That saved me from staying up in the middle of the night worrying about this for days on end. I put it into a tool like ChatGPT. I have it analyze the email so I don't have to think about it for days on end. In the past, that situation might have derailed my entire week. But instead, I got to stand in my values, write a clear message, not overthink it, and sleep peacefully that night and the many nights since. I have learned recently that I may have something called rejection sensitivity dysphoria, or RSD, which means when something negative happens in my life, a rejection in my personal and professional life, I might naturally obsess over that for days, weeks, months. If you've ever rethought something, oh, why did they say that? Or you're even still thinking about that thing that happened on the playground when you were in third grade, you might have RSD. But in any case, a tool like ChatGPT can help you stop that cycle of rumination. It is one of my favorite tools for that now. So that's the boundary script method. It gives me support so I can move on with my day and stop letting that rejection play over and over in my brain. Strategy 3, the quick fix formula. This is for those just everyday communication moments that waste my mental energy. If you've ever felt drained by having to attend to your inbox, this is for you. Here's how simple it is. Just last week, I accidentally told a client that their program renewal was going to go month to month when I actually meant that it was quarterly. In the past, I would have spent 30 minutes obsessing over how to write that email back. But instead, I tried my quick fix formula. I went right into ChatGPT and I just said, hey, here was the original email. I wanted to communicate this. Can you write me a reply that would communicate the correction in a kind and welcoming way? ChatGPT can learn your voice. It knows my voice really well. So it was able to, in just seconds, give me a suggestion and that saved me time. I tweaked it a little bit, but more importantly than the time, it saved my focus. I don't want to give a lot of my energy to a quick email like that when I want to pour it into something like the show or working one to one with a client, giving great advice like this, the admin stuff, that stuff that just, oh yeah, I got to get back to that person. This can really help you. And again, you can pull in that spaghetti thoughts here as well. The formula is give AI the original message, tell it what you want to communicate, and ask it for it back in your voice. Done in 2 minutes instead of 20. And I can't tell you how much my husband appreciates this now because I'm not asking him to review something 10 or 20 times. I can ask my friend ChatGPT. All right, strategy number 4, the content repurposing engine. This one is about creating that marketing content that you know you need to do consistently, but saving stress and all that time drain. For many years, I felt very disenfranchised by social media. Maybe you do too. In fact, I've written an entire book about how to market yourself without constant social media marketing. That's the book, Establish Yourself, that this show is based on. And I did that because I hate this cycle. I would write a LinkedIn post. I would sit there and spend 30 minutes, an hour on it. I would put it out and be like, great. Okay. Like one person liked it. No one liked it. It didn't do anything. That was a god awful waste of time. I don't know if you've ever felt like that, but that's a lot of what turned me off from posting altogether for many, many years and finding other strategies to grow my business intentionally. But, here in 2025, AI has been changing this for me. Instead of throwing away 30 minutes to an hour on a gamble of is this post going to work or not work, I can actually create similar, if not better content in 5 minutes or less by leveraging what I've already built, what I've already taught, and what I already believe. So, before I would be resisting posting on LinkedIn. In this year, since January 7th, I've posted at least once a week something of high educational value. I would not have been able to do that without using AI. Here's my content repurposing engine. I have gone into ChatGPT and built a custom bot. It takes my podcast episode and reverse engineers it to create at least one high value LinkedIn post, a newsletter email, the blog post, all of it, all in my voice because it's based on my original thoughts, my experiences, my 11 plus years in business. So now, instead of taking me an hour, it's taking me like minutes. When something takes me 5 minutes or less, I'm actually going to do it. So for me, the proof is in the pudding. I have been growing followers on LinkedIn like I've never before. I've gotten so much more engagement this year because I'm posting at least once a week and I'm not overthinking it. I'm not having to make every single thing so perfect. I'm getting things out there that I believe in because I'm using these tools to sort of do those layups. I just need that little to feel like it's not going to waste my time. And that is one of the ways I love using these tools. Take content you have already created in some form, share it with AI, and ask it to help you repurpose that in small and big ways for different platforms in your voice. That is how one piece of content can become five in 5 minutes. And last but not least, the bold pitch system. This is how AI helps me say yes to more opportunities and play bigger without all the time investment that used to deter me. I pitch myself so much more often for things because now I can easily take presentations I've done, things I've already written, and just ask ChatGPT to help me write that pitch email in my voice. I am so much more likely to pitch myself to speak in masterminds, go on podcasts as a guest, to just ask for things because I can do it in no amount of time. And I can do it in ways that feel good to me, in ways that maintain my tone, my voice, and my values. If I looked at crafting a pitch in the past and thought, oh, shoot, I would love to put myself up for that, but that's going to take me a half hour to an hour. Honestly, I'm just not going to do it. My time is too precious these days with my kid, my business, even going to Walt Disney World. Just last week, I sent out a proposal for speaking. I was able to put it together and ship it out without spending half my day on it. I actually sent a better proposal faster because I had a tool that could take past proposals and help me rework them and get something out the door that I felt good about. All of this makes me think of my friend Carrie. I've never met anybody in my life that likes to pitch like Carrie does. In the age before AI tools, many, many years ago, she would just send hundreds of pitches a week manually, email after email after email. She was never afraid to send someone, hey, I could do this for you or I could come speak. As a result, she has spoken for major brands all over the country, including Target. And she is a very successful keynote speaker today. What I love about Carrie is that she gets opportunities because she's out there asking for them. And I have realized that I want to do more of that too. And I'm going to use AI as a bold pitch system to help me make that happen. The bold pitch system works like this: keep a bank of your best work, your credentials, your talking points. Then, when an opportunity comes up, feed that to ChatGPT or your AI of choice with the specific opportunity details and ask it to create that pitch or that email in your voice. Send it out, that day, set a timer if you need to, but done is better than perfect. And man, these tools are helping me get so much more done. AI gives me the power to be bolder, but with less burnout. And that is a trade that I'm going to take every time. So, today we've been talking about those 5 strategies. And in just a minute, I'm going to give you a recap of them and a specific challenge that you can try this week. But first, I want to tell you about something that can help you stop wasting energy on perfectionism this summer. If you want to feel prepared for the fall, I would love for you to come join me for Business Boost Read Along with the Author. This is my 6 week summer experience to help you get clear on your next steps to grow your business in ways that feel good to you. It's going to be a read through of the book Establish Yourself if you got curious listening today. The event's going to run July 9th to August 13th every Wednesday from 12 to 12:45 p.m., including recordings. It is really going to be about putting together a plan, getting to the core of what you really want to be doing, how you want to streamline your business to make it easier and more fun to run. If you're curious about it, we'd love to see you. It's just $19 to join us. And yes, it comes with a copy of the ebook if you haven't read it. So if you want to join us, go check it out at greateststorycreative.com/boost. And if you happen to have the book, you can even bring a friend for free. All right, let me recap those 5 strategies for using AI to stop overthinking. Today, we talked about the spaghetti thoughts method, how to dump messy thinking into AI without perfect prompts. Then, the boundary script method, how to get help writing firm but kind responses when you're dealing with difficult situations. Third, the quick fix formula, how to handle everyday communication hiccups in 2 minutes instead of 20. 4, build yourself a content repurposing engine. Turn one piece of content into 5 without starting from scratch. And last but not least, have a bold pitch system. Send more pitches and asks out there by leveraging the work that you've already done. These tools are allowing me not to use every single bit of my mental capacity on marketing and client work and pitching. As a result, I'm getting more done because of it, and I'm not overthinking most of it. Let's be honest, once a perfectionist, always a perfectionist. But here's what I want you to remember. If you are a recovering people pleaser and a perfectionist like I am, AI is a great tool to help you create things that are professional and good enough to ship, things that you never would have even started if you had to create from that blank page. Here is your challenge this week to put it into action. I want to encourage you to pick one of these 5 strategies and try it. Maybe it's a spaghetti thought session about something you've been overthinking, or trying the quick fix formula for an email that you've been putting off sending. Open up ChatGPT, Claude, or your favorite tool, or even just the voice memo app if you're doing spaghetti thoughts. And then just start. Just be real and be you. And then ask yourself, what would I do with this if I trusted that it was good enough? If you try it and it helps you take action, let me know. Come tag me on LinkedIn. Because here's the truth: the world needs more of what you have to offer, but it can't benefit from your gifts if you're too busy overthinking how to share them. I'm right there with you. And I'll be back next week with our third in the series of Greatness, Not Perfection. But until then, I hope that today helped you learn how to be a little bit less perfectionist and more of an Imagineer of your own business, because we're going to make possibility happen together. Hey, do you like surprises? The credits are about to roll, but just like a Marvel movie, stick around to the end for something I put in just for you. Thanks for listening to the Establish Yourself podcast. I'm Annie Franceschi, and if you're enjoying the show, it would mean so much to me if you follow it, leave a quick rating, or share it with a friend. And for free branding resources and more ways to work together, head to greateststorycreative.com/podcast. Now here it is, your moment of magic. Here's a quick AI hack that has saved me hours lately: generating formulas for Excel. Normally, if I needed a formula, I would need to Google it for hours. But did you know that tools like ChatGPT and Claude, they can just write a formula for you? For example, I wanted to create a cell in my revenue tracker that would calculate what percentage of the current year had passed so I could easily compare where I was with my yearly sales. ChatGPT gave me the formula in 10 seconds flat. Genius.